Willkommen, bienvenue, and welcome back to MHC with Lyte. And, well, here we are again. And, well, you know how last episode I said I thought I might have known what I was doing when I was heading west? None of you bothered to comment that I was digging east. Yeah, I'm pretty good at getting east and west, a little bit backwards. And we're in some desperate need of some water. And yes, that probably freaked you out that I was running up the stairs right into some lava. It's part of my training. Need to make sure I'm aware of my surroundings. And my wheat seems to be doing surprisingly well despite the lack of water. Yeah, it's got no water, but it's still growing okay. It's not particularly great, because without hydration, it takes twice as long to do its job. So it might take half the challenge before my wheat even bothers to grow. Now, I've watched several other videos, and at least in 1.8.1, over here a ways, there's a good sized lake. Hello, Spidey. Is that all? Not even any string from the Spidey. So we need to hop into F3, make sure we don't go too high. Okay, so here is high enough. It's over into this wall a couple of spaces. 2, maybe 3. And then straight up. Whoa! I was not expecting it quite that straight up. Took everybody else quite some time to find it. I was expecting to have to do the same. Let's bring it a bit closer to ourselves. And then get our second bucket for an infinite spring. And then we can have a field day. Come on. There we go. Now we can seal that back up. Infinite spring. Now we need one in our safe zone. Now this is not enough lava for our purposes. So we're going to make our spring back here. Where's a good place? I'm thinking over here. And then we can set up our farm the way it should be. And hopefully get a bit of stuff going. Ooh, another spider. Hello, Mr. Spider. Coming over what I thought was spider-proof. Apparently that is... Oh, right. It is one wide. Not spider-proof in the least. That's okay. Now, we got an infinite spring, so we can put water where we need water, which is right here. Now, there are a couple of important things to know about crops and how they grow. Because it's more than just hydration. It's more than what most anyone would expect. There are a couple of things that I even looked up recently that I didn't know were even a thing. That I mentioned in the previous episode that you should grow your crops in rows. So if you've got just wheat, you want to leave space. If you've got wheat and potatoes, you can just grow them in rows and you're not wasting any space. So at the moment, when you have just wheat, you'd think this would be optimal. Because if you put them with, say we were observing this guy right here. If you have wheat here, here, and there, it's fine. But the moment you put wheat in another cardinal direction, it reduces the efficiency. That's also true if you put it diagonally at all. So if you made a checkerboard pattern, that would be the worst possible situation, because they're all interfering with each other. But that's not the end of the story. More light is not necessarily better. They need adequate light to do what they need to do, but more light doesn't make them grow faster. But having additional farmland nearby does. So even if there's nothing on it, the additional farmland makes the wheat grow faster. The single water source hydrates out, I believe it's 4 blocks. And given this setup, we will not be able to get truly optimal growing conditions. Because you now look at this and go, yeah, that's as good as you can do. Well, no. Because over here, you've got more spaces that aren't tilled farmland. Here, here, and here, here, and even where that water is should probably be farmland as well if I want this particular guy to do even better. So this should help a lot. It's not optimal, but I'm not sure it necessarily needs to be, because what you gain from having the farmland along the border isn't nearly as important as what you gain from having them in rows. So for now, I'm just going to leave it like this, go and chop down my tree, try not to trample my farmland, and then, actually let's grab some water. Ooh. Why are we out of slabs? Yeah, there's no way we used up all our slabs. Okay, so let's slab off that water so we don't mistakenly grab from the wrong place. And I think we might go to the Nether. Because, well, I love the Nether. And, well, there are shrooms in the Nether. Shrooms are a lovely food source and relatively abundant. Now, breaking all of this does consume some of my precious, precious food, but it might also drop an apple. And we want to have this place nice and clear for the next tree to grow. Okay. So tree goes there. We're going to come up here. And build our portal somewhere in this area. It's hard to tell where would be good because we don't want the water to accidentally obsidianize that whole thing. And we don't want to clear out too much space. And we still don't have a shovel. I'm thinking this will be a good place. We're 10 minutes in, so we're halfway through the episode, building our portal, seeing what we can do. Okay, so we're gonna need water to flow from here, but not make it into the lava. Okay. 1, 2, 3. That's where the obsidian goes. So we get rid of this. And we put the water right there. Aha! Grab us lava. Bottom 1, 2, 3, and there. Grab. Oh, we have another tree. And it's gonna push out and flow down and over. So this should be fine. Perfect. Which means we should be able to come in here and break this guy and that guy and make it flow like so. Perfection! Let's get rid of these for the moment. Make sure the water never gets too out of control. Now, we still don't have any flint, so we're going to have to track down some gravel and get to work. Whoa. Don't you dare push me into that lava. Hey now. And one more. There we go. Now take out the water, and we're good to go. Let's make ourselves a nice stone shovel. Chop down a tree. Ooh. There we go. And see if we've got any gravel laying around. Because if the failure of this plan is from lack of gravel, that's going to be upsetting. And I might already have some, and I just don't remember. But our food situation is starting to get a little on the dire side. Okay, so I don't see any gravel. Do you see any gravel? No. Can't make a hammer and turn cobblestone into gravel. We're not playing that game. Ho ho ho, look at that. The crops are growing like gangbusters. Let's bust up this gang a bit. Now, with more seeds, we need to expand this a bit, probably in that direction. But what we really, really need is some easily accessible gravel. Hello, Bat. Have you seen some gravel? Gravel. I thought I remembered seeing gravel somewhere. And flint on the first gravel. Apparently, the nether spirits really want us going to the nether. Now, the only problem with going to the nether is that our crops will not grow while we're there. This dimension will not be loaded. Nothing is going to grow here while we're gone. So, hey! Look at that. Bread to go. Couldn't ask for a clearer sign than that. And an 2 apples. The bananas. This is just crazy town. Things have never gone this smoothly. Never. Okay, I'm gonna leave a couple things that I really don't need behind. So you guys, you, and you. Okay, we'll bring some wood, sticks, iron, in case we need to do anything fancy while we're there. But 1722, and we're going to the nether. Now, hopefully we're not in a cave. And of course, we're in a cave. There's plenty of quartz around, so if we want to collect quartz for decoration purposes, plenty of quartz. And we're down by the bedrock. That is really low. That's downright crazy low. I should probably leave a breadcrumb trail back for myself. Nothing here. So we're going to want to go up, but we don't want to go straight up, because that's just a death sentence. And there aren't a lot of shrooms in these caves. I kind of want to dig towards that lava sound. But it might be above me. Aha! That looks like an opening. Granted, a relatively lava-filled opening, but an opening nonetheless. And of course, we're at the bottom of a lava lake. And we're at 20 minutes. And we don't see much of anything in the way of mushrooms. Let's get somewhere safe to do our outro. Okay. I will see you in the next episode of MHC with Lyte.